get hectic.
The Wall Street Journal reports that Deutsche Bank has agreed to pay $157 million in penalties to the Federal Reserve over rigging the markets.
Rules are really, in some cases, very difficult to interpret. And I guess where prop trading ends and client activity begins has always been one of those kind of fuzzy lines. How far over the line was Deutsche Bank?
Well, it is, as you say, it is kind of this gray line, and it's interesting that the Volcker piece of the fine was actually much smaller than the piece for allowing the traders to chat with each other, which has been a major issue in a lot of the rigging scandals. So it's hard to tell based on the fine amount, which was relatively minor, but certainly for the Fed to have this be their first enforcement of the Volcker rule, there had to be something there.
We say it's the first enforcement, and in the story that Deutsche Bank is the first one to get busted. Does that mean we expect others to get busted now coming after this?
Well, I mean, this has been in the works for over a year. Deutsche Bank has had discussions with the Fed about their oversight in relation to the Volcker rule since March 16th, perhaps even earlier than that. So there could be other things in the works with other banks. They had several years to get a compliance program in place for this. The Volcker rule was phased in over time, so we'll have to see whether other banks were more successful in getting something in place in time.
Why would the Fed go ahead and do this if they know that the president is eager to rescind the Volcker rule?
You could make the case that this shows the need for the Volcker rule. The fact that people are stepping over that line shows you need a line there. Perhaps that's in the works. But I think the bigger reason is that this started over a year ago, this investigation. So unless you're going to cancel it at the last minute, this has been something that's been in the works for a while.
If you have any other questions, you can always contact me at scene.live/thecurrency.